I found myself walking alone through the village one day after lunch, when a villager I call Maba found me and waved for me to follow him. Taking his load of bananas, we walked. I was both excited and absolutely terrified to visit with a villager on my own. I did not speak his local dialect. Would we talk? Could we talk without someone to translate? How would I help? Isn't that what I came here to do? To help? Feeling unprepared and unsure, I asked myself, what were you thinking, Nick? Returning from my anxieties, I realized we were back at his place on the second floor of an old building. Maba motioned for me to sit. You see, when Maba has guests, he never rests. He hurries about his room, preparing tea and making his guests comfortable. This time, however, we sat, eating bananas and fanning each other on his porch to stay cool in the summer heat. Before continuing, I want to share with you a few things about Maba. He is a 71-year-old man from Chaozhou, who now lives in Si'an, a village on an island in southern China, home to 80 people, all survivors of Hansen's disease. This village, and hundreds like it in China, were set up several decades ago to quarantine people with leprosy. Though cured, the stigma remains strong, and without accepting homes to return to, the villagers remain. As a teenager, Maba received treatment for leprosy at a hospital with his sister, and later moved to Si'an when she passed away. The disease left him with a lot of nerve damage and hands permanently clenched. He is nearly blind, but continues to prepare his own food and maintain his own room. The wounds that remain on his feet need to be cared for regularly. Another volunteer joined us on his porch to care for these wounds. She asked me how Maba and I communicate, as he speaks a dialect I don't understand, and I speak very basic Mandarin. Maba, sensing my hesitation, answered for me, Yum cha, sek fan, okay, which means drink tea, eat food, and we're okay. We laughed, and I felt relieved, assured by the clear meaning of his words. With much to learn from his strength and resilience, I hope to catch some of these nuggets of wisdom. All I needed to do was listen. One morning, a friend offered me zongzi, or rice wrapped in a bamboo leaf. As we walked towards Maba's place, she tried to convince me that I could eat the leaf, which she referred to as the zongzi's clothing, using Chinese vocabulary that I was already familiar with. When we got to his room, she told Maba that I tried to eat it. No amount of pleading would convince him that I did not actually try to eat the leaf. Maba thought this was very funny, an American eating the zongzi leaf. After I filled up, Maba insisted that I try his fried noodle. Afterwards, I pointed to my stomach to show him how large my tummy was from everything I had eaten. He often communicated his care and love with food instead of words. During my visits, Maba prepared his best tea and cooked yummy food as I sat there and offered to carry water or pour tea. I felt that I was not helping, but instead burdening him and the others. But they loved having guests and enjoyed sharing their lives with us, people who were eager to listen. I experienced the meaning of the reciprocity of listening and being listened to, and its importance in building community. The volunteers and villagers have grown together like family, and Maba cares for the local college students who visit him regularly as a grandpa would for his grandchildren. I grasped something I thought I had known, and which now seems so obvious. I am not here to help, at least not how I had expected. I am here to learn and share in these villagers' extraordinary lives. Rejected from their families, who feared being shamed by the disease, these villagers have lived largely isolated from their previous communities for years. Recently, Maba fell seriously ill and felt he was going to die. He called his brother, who refused to visit with the excuse that the long trip is just too much at his age. Fortunately, Maba regained his health and is once again bustling around his room when volunteers visit him. But this estrangement from his family and the difficulty of old age in rural villages is a daily experience for many like Maba. Yet it was not old age, leprosy, or solitude that characterized Maba and many others I met. He was not destroyed by disease, rejection, or stigma. Wise in experience and young in spirit, he seemed to embody joy, gratitude, and hope. I found his nuggets of wisdom in his actions and compassionate attention to others, and as any true piece of wisdom, they continue to unfold over time and teach me as I myself live new experiences.